A woman serving time in the Jefferson County Jail died in her jail cell. Her family still hasn't been told what happened, and now they're looking for accountability. A nurse's call to police sheds more light on the investigation into Angela Craig's poisoning death. People living in a Boulder neighborhood say a home under construction for years needs to be just torn down at this point. The efforts being made to deal with the so-called green monster. Taking a live look outside from Coors Field over downtown Denver. We're still pretty chilly out there at 8 o'clock in the morning, but we will be cranking it up to the 80s today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. Let's send things on over to Weather Impact Team meteorologist Jaden Knowles. After you took a step out, let Coach Prime do his thing, you're back.
Yeah. You know, he came in, a great guy, by the way. He came in, did the weather. I'm back now. You know, I'm not no Coach Prime, but I'll try my best to give an accurate forecast like he just did. But overall, good morning to everyone, and thank you so much for joining again. Holyoke, you can see lots of sunshine out there this morning, but temperatures still on the cooler side, and we were dealing with that dense fog this morning. The good news is over in Lyman, your visibility has improved dramatically over the last couple of hours there. You can see anything over the last hour there. So far, though, current temperatures across the entire region, we're starting to warm up just a little bit, getting back to the upper 40s as well as the low 50s. This morning, we actually saw one of the lowest lows at the airport, 43 degrees, since all the way back in May. So that just tells you how chilly it was this morning. Here's your current temperatures across the entire state, noticing the low 50s for the eastern plains, still chilly in the high country, 30s and 40s, and also the low 60s for the western slope. Live radar, we're mainly nice and dry there. Could still see some isolated flurries there at the higher elevations, but so far the entire state is nice and dry. We're tracking low 80s, but of course rain chances as well. I'll break down the details for you in my full forecast. Lauren?
Jaden, thank you so much. New this morning, Denver police are investigating 3 different overnight shootings. The first happened near South Fenton Street and West Yale Avenue. DPD posted about it at 11:45 last night. The next happened around 12:30 near North Syracuse Street and East 38th Avenue. And the third happened just before 1 at West 14th Avenue and North Lipin Street. One person was hurt in each of those shootings, but we don't know how badly. No suspect information has been released yet. We are making calls this morning, and of course we will update you on air and online as soon as we learn more. This morning, we're learning more about a woman who died inside the Jefferson County Jail. She had been in custody almost 3 weeks when it happened. Sasha Chavez's family says that, well, she wasn't perfect, but she did deserve to be properly cared for. A report from the sheriff's office says deputies used 2 doses of Narcan on Chavez. Narcan is a medication used to reverse an opioid overdose. So we asked the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office why Narcan was used. A spokesperson says that they wouldn't comment on an active investigation. As loved ones await a cause of death, the Chavez family says that Sasha deserved to be taken care of. We're told that a cause of death could be released in the next 3 weeks or so. 2 people are dead after a plane crash next to Centennial Airport. This is a story that we first brought you as breaking news yesterday morning. The FAA says a small plane took off from Centennial but crashed moments later into an industrial park. Flight data shows the Beechcraft was performing touch-and-go maneuvers, taking off and landing again after short loops. On its last takeoff around 6:22 in the morning, the plane made its usual left turn, circled back towards the airport, and then went down. It barely missed several large generators before exploding into flames. Both people on board were killed. One witness described what he heard.
I heard a loud bang, which I thought was just our dumpsters being dropped off. Looked out to the right over here, saw the big explosion, big massive fireball erupt into the sky.
Scary. The NTSB says it could take months to determine what caused the crash. The 2 victims have not been publicly identified. The man accused of shooting a construction worker earlier this week claims he did it to stop from being assaulted. That's according to an arrest affidavit 9 News just obtained. 21-year-old Aisha Small is accused of shooting the worker Monday morning. According to the affidavit, Small's mom said she was taking him to work when the worker told her to slow down and cursed at her. She says Small then got out of the car, confronted the victim, and a fight broke out leading up to the shooting. The victim denies cursing at Small's mother. Small now faces first-degree assault and felony menacing charges related to that shooting. Never-before-seen body camera footage sheds new light on how swiftly detectives moved after learning that Aurora dentist James Craig may have poisoned his wife. The tip came from Craig's dental partner, actually, while his wife was in the hospital, critically ill. The video obtained by 9 News Investigates shows when James Craig got home a few hours later, police officers were already waiting. Kevin Vaughn has more.
On March 15, 2023, Angela Craig walked into University Hospital feeling ill, but blood tests and other exams found nothing. Then her heart stopped, and a nurse called Aurora Police to pass along the suspicion that she'd been poisoned.
We got the husband right here.
By the time James Craig got home, Aurora Police were waiting.
So we've been directed by our detectives that nobody's allowed back inside the house.
Okay.
So it's basically a death investigation right now.
Wow.
They knew Angela Craig was sick and near death, and they knew James Craig's business partner suspected he'd poisoned her. Not nearly enough evidence to make an arrest.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to go. You know, you're not under arrest or anything like that. So they'll be in touch with you.
Okay.
Over the next 2 days, investigators searched his dental office and home, found internet searches for poisons, and an order for cyanide. Then a ruse.
How you doing?
Well, thank you.
They told Craig he could pick up his seized cell phone at the police station.
All right, Bob. You are under arrest.
Okay.
Okay, for degree murder.
So Jim's under arrest.
Then a detective tried to get James Craig to talk.
I just want to give you that opportunity to tell us what you know.
There are answers. There are answers, and this makes a lot of sense once those answers come out, but I don't know how to navigate this. I've never done this before.
He never spoke about what he knew, but in July a jury made its own statement, convicting him of first-degree murder.
That was Kevin Vaughn reporting. After that guilty verdict, a judge sentenced James Craig to life in prison. He will never be eligible for parole. Every day, tens of thousands of drivers hit a bump in the road. Several very specific bumps, actually. CDOT is rehabbing the bridge that connects southbound I-25 to northbound 225, where Denver meets Aurora. The roadway has been milled off and will be replaced with a material that will help with traction in the winter. In 2009, CDOT installed a new stickier material for traction, which has been chipping off for years. Turns out, it didn't work much better than any other material that CDOT could have used. So when the new material is laid down, the 35,000 daily drivers will again have a smooth drive with better traction. It just won't be any kind of special material. The overlay will also help protect the bridge from water and de-icer, getting into parts of the bridge where you don't want water and de-icer. In North Boulder, people are banding together, hoping to solve an issue that's been plaguing the neighborhood for more than 7 years now. Neighbors say that they want to see the city step in and do something. The house is at 1375 Meadow Avenue. It's nicknamed the Green Monster for its exposed green sheathing, and it has sat unfinished since construction started all the way back in 2018. Neighbors say years of neglect have created safety and health hazards. This week, people who live around there launched a petition. They're asking the city to force a resolution, either complete it or demolish it.
The neighborhood has sort of reached a point where we just don't want to take it anymore.
In a statement, Boulder said the property does not qualify as derelict because it has an active building permit. According to the Boulder County Assessor's page, the property is owned by Boulder Vibes LLC. That's a company based in California. Neighbors told 9 News that they have tried to contact the owners over the years, but they've never gotten a clear answer.